Good morning and welcome to beautiful, snowy southern Utah. As you can see behind me, it is the end of March and we are still getting big snowstorms. We haven't seen this in a long time here. Anyway, just wanted to give a little introduction to the video today. This will be episode number 2 of Jasmyn and Scout, the wild BLM Mustang that she adopted. We are preparing him to be ridden and saddled and all that. So today we're going to do a little bit of groundwork with him, a little bit of lunging, some things to prepare him to have a saddle put on. He's been a little bit touchy with being sacked out with bags and all that, so we're going to work with him on that today and get him prepared to have a saddle put on. So this will be episode 2. This is about the 6th day we've worked with him. So we'll get him up to where we're going to get ready to saddle him, and then episode 3 will probably be getting him saddled and getting him used to wearing that saddle and being comfortable with it. So we appreciate you guys watching. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and follow this. It's a great thing. 10-year-old gal Jasmyn, she's doing a great job with him, and it's good to see this relationship start to unfold and see how nice these Mustangs can be. So anyway, appreciate you watching. Enjoy the video. All right, Jasmyn, so we don't need to spend a lot of time on the round pen stuff today. Just go ahead and make sure he'll do it, and then let's hook the line on and we'll have you do the lunging stuff that we did yesterday, okay? And then we'll desensitize him again, and then we'll grab your saddle and let's see if we can get him saddled up, okay? We might as well let him wear a saddle while we're doing all this from now on. So there, right there, you got to get after there. Good, perfect. See how he's starting to respect you a little more when you get after him now?
Cutting in like that so hard. Both ways he's done that.
If he gets looking at something that kind of, they'll kind of fade in, but we're going to get this round pen partway dried out, and then it's going to rain.
Yes.
Again.
For 3 days.
I know. Good job. See how little effort you're having to put into this now, and this is only the 3rd time you've done this with him. So yeah, see those sharp turns, and he's not going to leave her now. And you got to remember, this is you've done an awesome job with him even before you came here, but he's a wild horse. This is a wild Mustang that had never been around people until they captured him. So the way we raise domesticated horses, they're around people pretty much their whole lives. Yeah. So, but like I was telling you, a lot of times once you get them to trust you, they turn out to be some of the best horses there are. Okay, so whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and clip that line on him, and we'll practice your lunging stuff. And once he realizes, he'll come back. Good. Good job. See, you're starting to understand when he leaves you now, you got to put him back out there. Now, just while he's doing it, there you go. Make sure you remember not to keep swinging that thing when he's doing the right thing. Good. Okay, you remember all the steps to this? We want to say on the video this is the first time you've done it, but we're gonna just be honest about it. This will be the 2nd time. We didn't video yesterday, but we're gonna show you all the steps for day 2 today. Okay, so start out just having him face you, okay? Make sure that he knows that so that if you go back to it. Good, now just relax. There you go. Okay, now right there, see how you keep yanking down on his halter? Just point the other way and use that loose end of that to get him to go, okay? Man, he's doing really good with that today. There, those are great yields.
That's it. Did you practice those last night? It looks like it.
Yeah, that's really good. You did that perfect that time. Good. Oh, there's your little rollback right there. So as good as he's doing today, I'm going to show you now how to do it without really yielding his hindquarters and making him face you first. We'll get him just stepping in front and changing directions here in a minute, okay? And then every once in a while, just have him stop so he remembers the difference between the two. Good. And then you can invite him in and pet him. Still got a little bit of resistance right there. But I'd almost rather have that right now than have him running over her, so.
Do you need a hair tie, Jess?
Okay, you want me to show you the next step to it? Huh? Oh, you're only on step 3 of 8,000. No, so I consider what you're doing right now lunging stage 1, okay? Lunging stage 2, we're going to do the same thing, except what we really want him to do now is you don't have to look at his hindquarters and yield him away. What we're going to do now is while he's going around, you're just going to step out to the side in front of him and push him across, okay? So instead of yielding and going through that whole motion right there, we're going to see if we can get, yeah, so I'll show you the first time, okay? So point. See how respectful he is with that? Now you want to start this out just at a trot because you'll probably freak him out the first couple times, and you. Okay, come and stand on this side of me just so I can step sideways. Okay, so what we're going to do, instead of yield that hindquarters, is we're just going to step to the side and ask him to go across. See how we're getting a better rollback right there? Let him get nice and comfortable. This is where that point is really, really important. Okay, so we're going to step in front and ask him to roll across. Okay, I'll do it one more time each way and then I'll let you do it. Okay, so it's step sideways, point this way, and push him across. It's going to take a few times to get both of you used to that cue. Okay, so we're going to step out and push him across. Okay, out, push him across. Remember, this is the side he's kind of sticky doing that. So, okay, now you see how that kind of gets him hot because we're asking him to do a faster maneuver now. So now watch what you can do. Now you can yield him and have him come in and pet him so that he doesn't get so hyper. He still gets a chance to rest right here. Okay, so now it's going to be easier for him to know when you want him to come in because you're not stepping out and yielding him and doing all that, okay? So work on that for a minute, and then once he gets used to this, he'll start slowing down for you. Okay, point. Now remember, there you go. There, good. Good job. So you can slide your hand down that rope a little bit so you've got more control of him when you do that. There, now swing. There you go. Good job. Gosh, she's really catching on to this. There you go. Good job. Take a big giant step sideways so that you can get out in front of him. There. Now try to do it without being quite so Animate it, just kind of step out and push. See if you can do it without kind of putting him on alert right there. Take the other side of your open, swing it. This is the side he's a little stiff. There you go, good job. You'll have to use that end of that rope for a little bit, and then he'll catch on to it. Good.
You can see her working through all the steps in her brain.
Yep.
She
She catches on really fast, though. Most people, this is something they may never catch on to.
Cool.
But a lot of people don't do this either because they pay to have it done. And good job. And see how you're kind of staying in the middle of the pen instead of chasing him? That's exactly what you want. Now, okay, point up high and make sure that head gets around. See, that time you didn't really point. He was a little bit confused. So slow him down. Okay, now step out to the side. So see, if you get going too fast, then he gets a little bit confused. So just keep your cues nice and slow.
You did good staying with him, sis.
Yeah, so you're understanding how to fix it when it goes wrong now. So step out to the side, then point. There, see how he understands that better if you don't get too quick? Now see if you can get him to face you. This goes back to the yield.
Good job.
Good. Now just pet him and let him know he did good right there.
Good job.
Okay, so that's lunging stage 2. So see, that's just adding on to the last step. So it's not like you're going from something you've never done to something brand new, right? You're just building on those things. Okay, good job. Okay, so what I'd like to do now that you've sensitized him, and remember how we did the lateral flexion? We didn't do that yesterday, so let's practice flexing him again. And we'll be back in an hour, and you let us know how he did. Good. That's good to start out with just part way and then work your way up. Right up there you go, right where your reins will be. We want to get him really, really soft with this before you get on so that you can pull that head around. When she first gets on, we don't want to just turn her loose. We want to have him turn some little circles and have her keep his head around, and then I'll just kind of move him. Because if something goes wrong, it's like this instead of him taking off and bucking or doing something like that. So remember, start out wide, kind of help. There you go, good. Now go up to his withers and just wait there. So he's not to the point with this yet where I would put you on and know that we would have control, because she's not as big as I can pull a lot more weight around than she can. So we want him to be super light. Good. So now you had him about 3/4 of the way around. Now you can just build on that until he'll just give and touch his side right there. Now, if there's a good thing, remember how he kind of moved around the first time we did this? This time he hasn't even moved. Almost. There you go. Good. So you feel that, huh? I mean, that's something you feel it really well. Most people have a really hard time feeling when they give, and so they just keep holding on, and then that's when they start moving because they can't get away from the pressure. Good. So get a couple more good ones on that side, then we'll switch to the other side. Some horses get really to where they really like to lean on that. And if they do, you can always bump them a little bit and kind of help them do that. But he gives pretty good once he gives. So okay, so this time see if you can get him just to touch his side right there. Almost.
Funny how much they can actually bend.
Yeah. There, right there. Good job. Okay, so that's pretty good. So let's work on the other side for a minute. This is something we need to do every day from now on. Is we're gonna make sure he's super, super light with that flexion. He's still a little bit jumpy with the desensitizing and stuff. I want to work on that a little bit, make sure before we really get her on that he's just dead quiet with that. So remember, this is the new side. So yeah, there you go. There, good. Remember how you were a little bit nervous to kind of get back by his back and stuff? Now she's just kind of walking in there and realizing that it's okay to be right there. There, good. That was a really good one. Okay, so he hasn't really even walked off on you one time today, has he? He just understands this is what you want him to do. And then as soon as I say that, he walks.
He heard walk off and he's like, oh.
Yeah, he's going, does that mean I'm supposed to do that? Okay, so now that he's gone most of the way around, now you can ask him for a little more. Good job. Okay, let's see if we can get him to touch a couple times. Okay, scoot your body back one more step, right? Yeah, there you go. Then he's got room right there. There you go. Keep that head bent. He's pulling on you a little right there because he's looking at other stuff. So there you go. Sometimes if he gets looking at something else, it's a little hard to get him around, huh? All right, let's bring him right back out here so you're not in the mud. So right there, this is where I'm about 3 times bigger than you. So if he does something like that and doesn't pay attention to you, I have a little bit more leverage to get his head around. But like right here, if he tries to pull that away, I want to do everything I can to see how he tried to pull right there. Okay, so I want to keep that head bent to where he doesn't start yanking it away from me. See, he's being really stiff right here. Kind of lost his brain for a minute. There. Okay, right there, he tried to pull it away again. See, he's pulling pretty hard right now. So we just got to get that head back around. There. Okay, so sometimes it takes quite a bit to remind him. Every time he moves his butt, it makes his head pull away. So you there. Make sure he's not going to pull it away from you right here and then. There. Okay. So I think that's where he can't pull it away from me, so you can go ahead and try it a few more times. Now this time make sure he knows how to do it now, so now you can have him touch his side. There you go. He's watching the dog. There, now just step back a little more if you can, right there. It's a good thing we're not riding him with the tumbleweeds blowing around right now. He's pretty aware of those. Okay, so this time get it right now. Okay, so we don't want to do any of this. Okay, so just take that, put steady pressure.
Good thing there's not a lot of them.
Tumbleweeds.
Where we're at is tumbleweeds. There's a lot of
them. Yeah, so this time take him and just start out low. Come right there now. See how I got him bent right there? Okay, see, he's not liking that coming clear around because he's wanting to look over there, and we've got to keep his attention on us. So, okay, so get his head right back here. Right. See how he's wanting to keep moving? Okay, so you keep that there. Keep your shoulders, turn your shoulders a bit like this if you can. Okay, so he's being a little turd right now, right? Okay, so come back up to here. You don't want to hold him clear down here because that's gonna, there, now just wait right there. You make sure you get a really good give from now on because he knows how to do it. Okay, so go right back up. There, that's what you want right there. So now that we've built on those little steps, now that he knows that, you want to expect that every time from him, okay? So go ahead and go up again. There, now he's getting it. There, good. See the difference when he does it right? So do two or three more of those, and then we'll do a little bit of desensitizing with him. He's got just a little bit of Mustang in him. Petite little things that can go forever, huh? Okay, so here's your sack. So we're not doing anything but just introducing the sack today. So just remember to kind of do the little lead up to it so that he doesn't freak out right from the start.
It'll be extra scary with the wind blowing.
Yeah, so that's the one thing good about the wind is this will put a hole. So I wouldn't be surprised if it takes a minute today just because the wind is blowing, but he is standing there pretty quiet with his foot cocked and stuff, so. Good. Good job. Okay, so he's improved a lot
Yeah.
just in a day or so with that. Make sure you do that all over him. See, there's not even any twitching today. I got to quit saying that because every time I does, then he twitches.
Yeah, it's like the W.
Yeah. Good job. You stayed with it that time and let him know it was okay. Really good. And you're going to notice each day you do this that you have to do less and less lead up. You can just go in and start tapping him with that sack. So today we figured we'd be a little slow just because of the wind. And the confidence it builds is just so nice because then he understands that when he reacts, she's not going to quit, and it brings him back down. Good. So you can see his right side, he's a little bit more reactive than his left side. So at home and stuff, you'll just spend more time on that side until he gets better at it. Good. So when he's pretty good with that, practice your little walking around and slapping it on the fence and stuff.
You need a tumbleweed stick.
We ought to put a couple of them in here and just let them blow around, huh? Really good. See how quiet he's standing for you now? Yeah. He'll just sit there and eat them.
Probably, yeah. Maybe that's why he's so distracted by them. He's like, ooh.
He's gone. That's a whole week's supply right there. Every day that you do this, you can start doing more with it. You can start tapping the fence and then reach down and tap that tarp as he walks by.
You practice your arm swings.
There, right there, he reacted a little, so you just keep doing it right there. Good job. Okay, now this time when you walk around, when you get over to that tarp, go ahead and drop that and pick up the tarp. And let's see if he'll follow that tarp a little bit. Okay, so just take that tarp and just shake it around a little bit, shake the mud off it. And then with the tarp, he's probably going to be a little bit more reactive if you go at him. So now practice just walking away and letting him follow you with that tarp kind of just dragging on the ground. They're always more accepting of these things when they're going away from them instead of at them. Then when you feel like he's doing pretty good, just start doing this and just let it wave a little bit. Really good. Good. His head came down right there. Now let him smell it. Okay, so now we wouldn't want to start just touching his whole body with that great big tarp. So this is how you would start. Just, roll it up in a little thing and just rub him just like you did with that sack. And then we'll just make it get bigger and bigger as we go. I wanted to make sure we used a dirty tarp so you'd have mud blowing in your face. Good job. Good job. Okay, try him on the other side. You can see how fast this goes when you start out with something small and just let it get bigger and bigger. This is the side you know he's a little bit more reactive, so just take a little more time and make sure he'll accept that. There, he came forward nice with you that time. Good job. Okay, so next time we do this, or if you want to try it a little bigger, you can now, like right here, you want to get it to where you can keep a hold of it. But you could take it like this, and now you got a little bit of tail right there flapping. See how that made him a little more nervous? So right here, then you can get to where you can rub him with this. So he's a little bit more, now there's more of this touching him, right? So you just have to do the same thing and just let this build and let it get a little bigger each time. Okay, I'll let you do this. So just make sure you kind of stay off to this side of him a little bit, so if something spooked him and he were to go forward, he doesn't run over you, okay? And now you can kind of drop this rope so you're not trying to manage all this, and just hold it right here. That way you're not trying to hold so much stuff with you. Very good. Good job. Now you can let it get a little bigger if you want. Almost gets to where it feels good for him. You know, he likes the feel of it rubbing on him.
Forgiving your eyes.
There, this way it'll be blowing away from you.
I should have parked my truck facing in so I could have sat in the truck and watched.
That's not acceptable, is it, Jasmine? Mom has to have the same experience you do. Okay, so now just see if you can walk along and let that kind of walk on the outside of the pen and let that kind of slap on the fences and stuff. See how he's getting really quiet and just putting his head down to it? And then we might as well grab a saddle.
Okay.
The other saddle.